This is where we're at today. We need to do this a lot because I have the dogs with me and they're making me crazy. Hi, welcome to Every Home Needs a Gnome. I almost forgot what I was doing. I'm Brandy and it's good to be with you today. I decided I was going to actually film on Monday, but then my husband had a day off, so then I decided to push it back to Tuesday. Then I got a migraine. Needless to say, I was down for 2 days, so I decided I would film today, first thing this morning. So I rolled out of bed, and here we are. My mom's going to be terribly disappointed. I just realized I forgot to put lipstick on. I'll try to go colorful. There, they're colorful. Not really. Oh well, sorry Mom, I tried. It's been a rough morning. So yes, so I have the dogs with me, so this is why we're praying. Because they're being punks. And I cannot guarantee that they won't continue to be punks. So, it just is what it is today. I'm going to have the glasses glare going on because I'm sitting in front of a window with glasses on. And today I guess I just don't care. So, seems to be my mood for the day, which isn't great. It's not great at all. Actually, I'm in a really good mood. I think my dogs just have set me on edge a little bit. So, let's get started, shall we? This mug is giant. It's like the size of my head. Almost. My daughter bought it for herself, but she doesn't drink coffee and she rarely drinks tea. So it's been hanging on her little mug rack. And so today I finally decided to initiate it. So there we go. Hey, before we get started, one thing. A while back, I announced the winner for the pin pillow as being Nicole S. And I announced it here in a video and then on the message of that video and let her know. And she responded and said that she sent me her address, but I cannot find it. So Nicole S., if you are watching this, please send me your email or your mailing address via email. You can write to me at roadhometoyou@gmail.com. And then I can get this shipped to you because I would really like it to be in your house now. So, I like sending gifts, but it's hard to do when you don't have the mailing address. So, okay. Boy, you guys, it's been, okay, so you remember how one of my last videos, a couple videos back, I guess, I had said that I was going to start trying to organize my, okay. I have the best plans. I was going to start trying to organize my for fun stitching. I've got stitching that I'm doing for like model stitching and then stitching for my own designs, and then I have for fun stitching. And I thought I'm gonna organize this. This will be great. And I tried that, and I was using the app Tiny Decisions to help me rotate through. I think it was like 13 whips. Well, the best laid plans of mice and men, I think, is how that line goes. It did not happen that way. It started off great. And then I got to, I think it was week 2, honestly. Week 2, I had to stitch Pastel Sampler. And remember, this is the one that when I went through all of my whips and showed you which ones I was organizing, I had even said that I wasn't real sure about this one because of my linen choice. Y'all, I tried. I tried hard. I think for the right project, this linen would be fine. This is not that project. I don't know what that right project is, but it needs to be something different. This is how far I got. Can you even see that? Yeah, you kind of can. You can kind of see the green here. Sorry, my lighting kind of sucks. It's a gloomy, overcast day here in the Pacific Northwest, or at least in our corner of it. This linen is not proving to be fun to stitch on. It's not terrible. I don't know. I'm not sure what it is. I think part of it is because it's not very square. So it's really turning out elongated, which I don't know why, but for some reason, this one seems to me like it should be squarer. So anyway, so I put it down. And then I decided, well, maybe I'll go back to the original, what I had it on originally, which was Ada. And, gosh, my lighting is so bad. I'm so sorry. I hope that's good. Anyway, I like, see, I've got problems with this too, because I really like stitching with just one. And of course I've started this 2/1 instead of 1/1 because it's Ada. And that's the way I used to stitch. It was always just 2/1 because I didn't know you could do it a different way. But I kind of like that primitive look that you get with the 1/. So I couldn't decide what to do. So here this sits. And I got very sad and frustrated. And then I decided I was going to move on to a different one. So I took this out of my whip rotation, Pastel Sampler, took it out. And then I moved on to, I did my little tiny decisions, and it came up with, oh, I can't remember the name of it. It was a Sub Rosa. It's got the 3 houses and Christmas stars. I think that's what it's called, is Christmas stars. And it's a cute piece. It's just pretty, it's not monochromatic, bichromatic. Is that a word? It's got 2 colors. And again, I'm not loving the linen that it's on. And I'm not loving the colors. And I realized I completely messed up, which wasn't critical. Like I could work with it. But I did screw up. It's very frustrating when cross stitch is your therapy and it's something that you allegedly do well and then you fail all the time at it. It can get super discouraging. Which fail is a strong word, I'll admit. Because, you know, if you're finishing pieces, you're not failing, right? But I can't tell you how often I frog pieces. I can't tell you how often I make just glaring mistakes that sometimes are so glaring that I just have to completely start all over, or, you know, I'll work with it. But then it's like, it's a mistake that, I don't know, sometimes will just eat at me. Sometimes I really don't mind the mistakes because I think in my very first video, I said something about how, you know, mistakes just kind of remind us that we're human and that we're not perfect. And I'm fine with that. But I feel like I'm being reminded constantly how imperfect I am, which, not that that's a terrible thing. It's just maybe hurting my pride a little bit. So again, I need to pray. This is really what it all amounts to, folks. So, that being said, I looked at the Christmas stars one, realized that was only going to add to my aggravation and decided, forget it. So I moved on to a favorite. And that is Plum Street Sampler's A Gentleman's Daughter. I love this piece. My throat's gotten all scratchy. All I did was get that flag mostly put in. But that's where I'm at with that. So it's getting there. It's definitely making progress. I only worked on that for just like one evening. I just did some of the flag and then put it away. Because I really wanted to try to stay with my rotation system. And I failed. I just failed. But I will get to a success. I'll get to a win here in just a little bit. Because I have a finish and I'm excited about that. So last night I completed my finish that I'll show you in a little bit. And then I moved on to Our Savior's Birth, which is also a Plum Street one. That's a freebie. So I don't feel bad showing you. I'm pretty sure it's a freebie. Pretty sure. Yes. It's a freebie. Plum Street Sampler. Our Savior's Birth. And this is one that I had, I don't know why I started where I started. And then look, I've got, oh my goodness. I think I was trying to be frugal with fabric at the time too, because I didn't have very much. And y'all know how expensive linen can be. So I think I was just trying to be resourceful and save as much edging as I could, and then I cut it really super close to the edge there, clearly. But I got this tree finished, and I got happy on there. So I did that last night, and I think this will go pretty quick. At this point, it's pretty close to done. I got another tree, some more letters, a little bit more border, and some stars and snowballs. I guess. I think they're snowballs. I don't know. Anyway, that's what I was working on last night before I went to bed. But the finish that I finished last night. Okay. So, I've mentioned it before that I'm a true crime junkie. Well, season 2 of Mindhunter came out, and which I was so excited for. Like, I've been holding my breath waiting for this. And then my husband decided that he wanted to watch season 1. Like, the day that season 2 came out, I was getting all excited to watch season 2. And then we had to go back and watch season 1, which wasn't a bad thing. Because, Jonathan Groff, he's amazing. And Mindhunter, it's an awesome show. So, and the guy, Cameron Britton, who plays Ed Kemper. Holy ha! That guy's insane. He's so good. Anyway, I just fangirled a little bit. So we watched all of season 1, and then we watched all of season 2. We don't usually watch a lot of TV. It's usually pretty much just watching the news. Or, like, I'll watch YouTube when I'm stitching. But together, we don't really watch a lot of things. And I wasn't sure that my husband was going to go for this show. Because he's not real big on, like, seeing crime scene photos. And murder. It's just not his thing. Not to say that murder is my thing either. Just to clarify. But the images really are hard for him, especially when it involves children. And if you've seen season 2, you know that that one of the stories that they cover is the Atlanta child murders. And I listen to a lot of true crime podcasts, so I know these stories pretty well. But my goodness sakes, last night we just went into a rabbit hole and we're looking up all the information about the Atlanta child murders because they're still not fully solved. At least to a degree of satisfaction for the majority of people. So anyway, because we've been watching all of that, I have been stitching my face off, which means I finished a piece I was super excited about. My little needle and pin book. And this is also a Sub Rosa design. I love the pattern. It's just a sweet, cute little pattern. But I love the colors that she had in her sample. And so, here we go. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Now, here's an example of a mistake that I'm okay with. I screwed up clear over here and didn't put enough space or put too much space somewhere. Anyway, I got this border up one too high. So everything was up one too many spaces. So then when I came over here to do this side, I started where I thought I was supposed to start, where I was supposed to start, and then it ended up being too low comparatively. So I really thought about it. I was like, do I just keep it uneven because this is going to be the back side of the book, that's the front side of the book. Maybe it doesn't much matter. And then I decided it really did matter. So I just bumped it up. So this, in the chart, there are 2 spaces. Here, there are 2 spaces between the vase and the border. In mine, there's only 1 space. Now that is a mistake that nobody is going to know, probably but me. Except now I've just told everyone. But that's one that, like, I can see that and go, all right, you're not perfect. That's fine. I have no problem with that. It's when you do a whole house and realize that you screwed it up and you have to rip the whole damn thing out. I just gotta say, that's annoying. I just cursed. Because that's how annoyed I am. Listen. We've already established that I'm not perfect. Okay, so here's my dilemma. I don't know how to take this lovely stitching and now turn it into a needle book. I don't have a clue. I'm completely beside myself. So is there a good tutorial or does somebody have good instructions? Because I literally don't have a clue. I know I have a friend that I could ask. And she lives nearby and would probably give me a tutorial. Maybe I'll ask her to do that. And then we could have a video for you. I don't know. We'll see. I'm talking about Beth. From Heartstring Samplery. But I know that she is super duper busy and getting ready for a thing. I don't even remember what thing. I'm folding charts for that thing for her. So, anyway. This is such a rambly, weird video. You guys, I'm sorry. I don't even know what to tell you. It's been a weird week. I'm not accustomed to having migraines. I am accustomed to having really bad headaches and having them frequently. But migraines are not something I'm used to. And I tell you what, that is not a fun thing to endure. I was in bed for 24 hours. Felt like I was dying the whole time. Finally got out of bed and moved to the living room where I sat for like almost another 24 hours. So it was brutal. It was terrible. I won't even go into the details because y'all don't need to know that. It wasn't fun. It did remind me, though, of why drinking to excess is not a fun thing to do, because being sick sucks. So anyway, that was my week. Boy, that is so much information. I'm trying to think if I've got any. Do I have a positive thing to end on? Let's see. We've talked about migraines, vomiting, and the Atlanta child murders. Welcome to my Flosstube. I feel like I am a ball of light and sunshine today. Things are actually going pretty good, though. We're getting ready to start school. That happens on Tuesday, the day after Labor Day. And we're just jumping straight into everything. This is Molly's senior year, and she's got a lot of hard classes, and she's got a part-time job, and she dances, which is also a part-time job, and almost a full-time job. And then she's also going to be in a club. Oh, she's hoping. And excuse me. It's just crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. And she doesn't drive yet. So it means that Mom gets to drive her everywhere. But it also means then that I get to stitch in the car. So I will have project bags galore, and I will get much stitching done. So that will be good. And I love spending time with my girl, because our time in the car, I don't know, it's become kind of a valuable space for us, just to be side by side. And we've had some of our best conversations driving to and from dance, and have really gotten to know each other, and in ways that I don't know that we necessarily would have otherwise. So even though she's going to be getting her driver's license soon, it's I think I still want to keep driving her to dance, because it's an hour almost each way, and it's just such sweet time for us together. And she's a senior. I don't have a lot of time with her left, so I really want to just soak up as much as I can. She's got plans for her next fall. She wants to do Youth with a Mission over in Waimea, Hawaii. And for those of you that don't know, that is a missionary training program. And it's like 3-ish months of intensive study, and then 2-ish months out on the field in some other country. So she's very excited, because the Waimea campus is, there's campuses worldwide. The Waimea campus is very focused on like sustainable living, and which Molly is very much concerned with our environment. And so she's really hoping that that's the base that she'll end up able to go to. So anyway, she's very excited about that. And honestly, I think that's going to be the only thing that gets her through this year, because this year is going to be hard for all of us. So anyway, I guess that's it. I don't really have anything else. Love your kids. Just love them. Love them super duper hard, because they need every ounce of your unconditional love. And sometimes it is so hard to give, but they need to know that you are there regardless, and that you are a safe place. So give them that, love them hard, tell them every day that you love them, hug them as tight as you possibly can, without squeezing them to death, because that's too much love. And that will end you up in prison and on the 6 o'clock news, and we don't want to see you there. So that was a weird way to end that. You guys, I just am gonna go now. I fear I'm doing more harm than good. Anyway, you guys have a lovely day. I love you lots. Thank you for putting up with my crazy and for being with me today. And I look forward to seeing you hopefully again next week. All right, stitch on, friends. Bye.